What's up, guys? Iceman here. Welcome to the Diablo Research Institution. I am your host, Professor Isaac. Appreciate you guys for coming by. Like the damn video if you haven't yet. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the page and hit the bell so you're notified next time I post a video. And become a channel member or a patron. Links in the description below. And blessings to those who support the Iceman. So in this video, I am trying something a bit different. I'm making a new rune word, one that I haven't made in quite a long time. One of you made recommendation of this in the comments to try out Last Wish and Grief, but not just any Last Wish, nay, but the Last Wish in a freaking Colossus blade. This is going to be rather unusual, but after I read this comment, all of a sudden, it dawned on me how amazing of a combination this very well could be. So I always like Grief in a phase blade, of course. Now, this is a near perfect one that I made. I didn't find the runes, but I've made it, alright? And I've only made, like, 10 Griefs in my lifetime. So, pretty damn fine probability at hand with that roll. Freaking 400 damage and a perfect 40% increased attack speed. The only imperfection, I believe, is the negative percent enemy poison res. But I like Grief in phase blades because, one, phase blades are very, very fast. Two, phase blades are indestructible, so you don't have to repair that shit and every single chaos run like you do with a Berserker Axe. And three, the base damage on phase blades kind of sucks. But the thing is, that is almost completely irrelevant specifically with the rune word Grief, because Grief adds a ton of base damage, not just enhanced damage. So the base damage on the weapon is far less relevant than it normally would be in your common rune words for that reason. All right, so those three primary reasons why Grief is just so epic in a phase blade. Now, the problem is, if you have sword mastery, if you want to couple this with Last Wish, you're down to only a few options, one of which is a phase blade, and that's going to be a major problem because the base damage on the phase blade completely sucks, as mentioned. So basically, you're going to either make it in a phase blade or you're going to make it in something else. And the only other option you have, to my understanding, the only other potentially 6-socketed sword is this very one, a Colossus blade. A Colossus sword, or Colossal sword rather, can only get 5 sockets. So, I think we're down to this one. Unfortunately, as a barbarian, you can hold a two-handed sword in one hand. So, this is actually maybe a perfect sword combo for a whirlwind barbarian using Last Wish and Grief. Let's see what roll I get here. Oh my god! Okay, I don't recall what the modifiers are on Last Wish, what the variances are, because this one, as you can see, rolled 358% enhanced damage. And that multiplies a lot with the nice base damage that you get with the Colossus Blade, which is quite high. Almost in par with a Berserker Axe. And it has a pretty good range adder as well. So, nonetheless, Last Wish, Ja, Mal Ja, Sir Ja Burr. 20% chance to cast level 20 Charge Bolt on attack. 6% chance to cast level 11 Fade when struck, which is very significant. In fact, that's another reason as to why this build would be epic with an Enigma. Not that I've mentioned that. But I do intend to try that, because then you're going to be lacking, of course, in resists if you use Enigma, generally. But with this Fade procced, it's basically not going to be a problem anymore. And this Fade is going to be procced a lot. And it's going to last quite a while, because it's an 11 Fade. Plus you get that nice DR from it, and curse length reduction. So, quite nice. 10% chance to cast level 18 Life Tap on striking, which isn't going to help with a Whirlwind skill. But if I frenzy a little bit with it, I suppose I'll cast it once in a while. So if I ever need to cast Life Tap on a boss, let's say, I can frenzy it for a couple minutes, or a couple seconds rather, hopefully, 30 seconds maybe. And once I cast that Life Tap, I can start whirlwinding again. Level 17 Might aura when equipped. It's going to be freaking epic. Ignore target's defense. 64% chance of crushing blow. That's right, and that's another variance, isn't it? I think it's like 60 to 70% to my understanding. I just don't know the variance with the damage. Prevent monster heal. Hit blinds target. And I forgot about this mod. 44% chance of getting magic items. Better chance of getting magic items. Based on character level. Crazy. Oh my god. So there's the There's the thing. So Fortitude adds about another 1,000 damage. You're not going to be seeing it with the Grief, but it is hidden, what it's doing. So, basically, let's see how well this fares in the Frigid Highlands, first off. An epic-looking combo. I mean, look how epic he looks. Look at this. Look at that big-ass sword. That is one good thing they did in D2R. One thing they did right. As they gave all the items their kind of unique look. So, the great swords, in that case, look pretty cool. As you can see here, the Fade is already procced. So, my Reses are just way up there. Well, they already were, but this will be a great Enigma combination. So let me cast the thing. Let me cast Enchant. I'll cast the thing, go back. So there's my attack rating, not horrible. That's kind of a tough thing with a Whirlwind Barbarian, as your attack rating generally is lacking. Damage right there. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. I killed him in like one hit. Okay, I haven't seen enough yet, that's for sure. So let me drum. Oh, this is going to be amazing against demons because of Laying of Hands. I don't have any like added bonuses to undead, but I do have added bonuses, 350% damage to demons. Of course, Grief has demon damage as well, so it's just crazy demon damage, which is going to be great for the Chaos Sanctuary. Okay, I haven't seen enough yet, but let me know what you guys think about this so far. My mouse keyboard, or the thing, there's stuff on the thing there. Shit! I might have to pause the video and fix this. I have a glass mouse pad. It works pretty nice, but sometimes I have to scrub it off a little bit. All right, so let's try the Trav. Let's see how this fares in the Trav. Yeah, but what do you guys think about this combo compared to the other ones I've tried? What other one did I really like? I liked, like, Death and Breath of the Dying was amazing. Death and Azure Wrath was amazing. So I wonder what I could couple this Last Wish with. I mean, hell, I might as well couple it with a Death, for that matter. In fact, it might even fare better than this, but I don't know. So, quite invulnerable. I mean, I'm not really seeing myself take any damage here. This is amazing. We'll see how well it frenzies after this. So, pretty fast Trav kill, I would say. Now the true test, I think, is the Chaos Sanctuary. And even on my way there, I will attempt to murder some things. Nice leap animation. Cool, leap animation, those two swords in hand. Killing the undead in one hit. Some of them. Let's try Frenzy. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Look at the Frenzy. It's okay, but as usual, it just doesn't, especially now, with how Whirlwind has been buffed a lot, with a weapon in each hand. You just hit so much more frequently. It's really hard to ever have Frenzy perform better. Aside from maybe bosses and Ubers. Alright, taking a minute. Okay, he's immune to physical, so I gotta berserk that ass. I'll berserk that ass. Just a couple hits, and I'm berserking with, fortunately, with the Grief. Which I think is the better of the two scenarios with this weapon combination. You want to be berserking with the Grief. The really high base damage on that shit that can be converted over to magic. Look at it just destroy. Yeah, I'd be really curious to see how well this performs with Enigma. Oh my goodness. Let me show you the gear in just a moment here. Howl some of that shit away. I do like using Howl now. Started using Howl not too long back. A very nice skill. You learn that quite early on. Yeah, scare that shit away. Of course, with Whirlwind, it's not really as much needed because you don't really have to defend yourself. It's uninterruptible, and for whatever reason, I mean, you just hit so fast, you leech a lot. Does your defense? Oh, your defense does not go bye-bye when using Whirlwind as it does when you move. See this? You're using Frenzy, and whenever you move, you lose your defense. Whirlwind, you do not lose your defense. Which might be another factor as to why it always feels so damn safe. It's probably a major factor, in fact. Yep! Yep. But what do you guys think about this so far? I mean, Last Wish does look epic. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to have to repair the damn thing. You know, obviously I could make it in Phase Blade, but the damage is going to be significantly less. It's going to be hurting on the damage. So I just don't know if I want to do that. Oh, this is correct, right? Oh! What do we got here? 4 sockets. I could make a grief in that. For style points. You wouldn't want to, obviously. Shit's going to break. What else would you make in that? If it's non-eth, yeah, non-eth. I mean, obviously you could make an oath if it were eth. So there's really nothing you make in that. A grief if you're getting really down to the nitty-gritty and you want to have like a better range adder over a phase blade. But you're going to be repairing that crap like crazy. You're going to have to mess around with the IS and to make sure you can still reach a nice break point, which you can with a phase blade, for example, because it can be quite difficult with things other than a phase blade. Check your whirlwind. There's the calculator thing. I haven't checked it with this. I might be maxed out, though, with IS. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Ooh. Okay, what is it? Junk. Berserk. Ooh. In fact, grief, I think, is often made in, well, not often, but with the whole, like, super unusual niche creators and all that. You could make it in the nightmare version of this. The, what's that thing called? Flamberge, then something, and then the closest sword. Zweihander? Zweihander? Is that how you say it? You make it in that because that actually has, like, a better IS breakpoint. For whatever reason, than its elite counterpart. And it has far less requirements. So it's really odd. It's something like that. It's like an IS thing or it's a range. I can't remember which one it is. You gotta identify that rare. I don't know. What do you guys think about this build? So nonetheless, here's the gloves, slaying of hands with 350 damage to demons. Just a basic mantle heal for some mana leech and to keep it kind of budget in that regard. This ring slot anyway. String of ears, because I love that shit. Raven Frost cannot be frozen. Some AR that's much needed. Ghoul Riders. Last Wish, of course, High Lords. G-Face with a 15 IS Jewel. And Fortitude. So that's the gear setup. What do you guys think about it? 31 to 50. So, fortunately, it doesn't have that bad of a max durability. 50 is decent. It definitely needs to be a hell of a lot higher. But I don't know if the devs will ever listen to us in that regard. And probably cheaper repairs for that, because it's just not fair. You basically got to use indestructible items for it to be reasonable. But okay, we'll see what the Enigma's like.
Good to see you.
What? 3,200? Hold on. 3,800. Okay. Without it, it's 29. Then with Enigma, it's 30. Wait, 29. Then with Enigma, it's 32. Okay. So obviously, you're losing some. Let's see how well this fares in the Chaos Sanctuary. All right, here we do be. Here we is. Appreciate you guys coming by. Like the damn video if you will. Hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the damn page. Become a Patreon or channel member. Blessings to my Patreon channel members. Yeah, look at that. Look, would you just look at it? Look at that. Okay. I wonder, let's see the oh, there's the blood tap. Look at that. It casts a lot. In that extremely isolated test scenario, it casts a lot. Like twice. Look at you run. Oh my. I mean, this perhaps it depends on player level. Which do you think is more ideal? With this, of course, you can kind of chase around elite packs and all that. Teleport into them like how duelers do. Do like a dueler. Epic sword. I gotta make a grieve on that just for style points. Yeah, but do it like a dueler, you know? Don't they just teleport on you? I hate those duelers. Every time I have to fight a Barb, I get my ass kicked. Almost died. Oh, okay. The life tap did not charge yet. It did not cast. I mean, my res are still pretty damn nice, but interesting. The life tap, that's something to know. For short game runs, it might be a bit of a problem getting that shit to proc. Obviously, you could wait in like the flames and the river flame to get a proc, but it's gonna be time consuming. If you're like really reliant on the life tap or the fade, is what I'm referencing. Yeah, it might take a minute. So you got to factor that in. But how do you think that compared? The Fortitude versus the Enigma. Oh my goodness. Nice ring. Still destroying Satan. Still no life tap. It's bullshit. Oh, there's the life tap. I mean, still no fade. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm curious what you guys say about that build. I mean, really, I don't think it has been as impressive as other ones that I've tested. It's quite nice. It's extremely expensive. It's definitely the most expensive one that I've tested. Yeah, we're talking about 3 fricking jaws here, and a burr, and more with this thing, you know? Like, this is damn expensive. And for isolated scenarios, like I said, I guess you could get rid of res on your gear. Not that I really don't have much gear that's giving me a bunch of res. I got a couple charms. You could get rid of the res charms, replace them with damage charms. But then you have to wait for that damn fade to proc, which is kind of annoying. So would you really want to build it around that fade? For Ubers, obviously, it'd probably be pretty nice. With a massive crushing blow it has, but of course you can get that elsewhere, and the fade. But you could proc fade with a treachery, and put on a different armor after that, and you know try to destroy Ubertriss in 4 minutes or so, and reproc it if you have to. Just keep that shit in your inventory. Do you think this thing really has a place in the research institution in terms of like freaking S tier items? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this thing. I gotta ponder on this a little bit. And maybe test it out with a different combination. I don't know. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace be with you.